Welcome to this special program. We are so glad to have teacher Nima with us today.
Thank you.
To talk about Thangka.
Thangka.
And Buddhist paintings.
Thangka is Buddhist painting.
Yeah. So would you please introduce yourself a bit to our audience?
Hello everyone. My name is Nima Dorji, and then I'm a Thangka artist. Now it has been very long time working on Thangka. So normally, now what is Thangka? You can see around the painting here. These are called Thangka, which is a Buddhist painting. So I will give you a brief explanation about the Thangka today. And I would like to thank very much that I had this opportunity to see with you today.
Yeah, you just call me Eddie.
Eddie, yeah.
Yeah. Teacher Nima is a painter.
Yes.
And all these paintings were done by you.
Yes, it's done by me. Because whole my family, we are doing the Thangka painting. So since I was a kid, my father started training me to do the Thangka paintings. So I think around 6 years old. So since then, I have been keep on practicing on this. Yeah.
You are from Bhutan?
Yes, I'm from Bhutan.
Yeah.
I'm from Bhutan, and then all the painting tradition is from Bhutan also.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
And then we Bhutanese, I think many of the people know where is Bhutan. You have been there already.
Yeah, but I think some of the people may not know where Bhutan is.
So Bhutan is it's a Himalayan kingdom.
Yeah.
It's located between China and India, somewhere there.
Yeah.
So the people there, we used to speak Thangka. We have our own language. At the same time, we have second language, English as a second language. So the people dress like me for the men. So we call it go. And then the shoes I'm wearing is called tolham. It's a very formal dress.
I see. So would you please explain your works?
So normally, now by the time when we talk about Thangka, so we have many different kinds. So the one which you are seeing right now, it's called debris, or in your language you call pekwa. So in English you can say it's the wall paintings. So right now you can see the wall painting of we call it namse, or in Cantonese they call choi bo tin wang. And then if I describe you in English, then he is the king of the north. So normally, this kind of paintings are only built from big monasteries. Now Thangka, like this, is a small one. It's built for the people who are in practice. So, especially now in the monastery, the monastery is a place of God. So by the time we will have a statues, at the same time the wall paintings. Now why they need to have this kind of wall paintings is monastery is a place where all the holy things are kept. So at the same time, the people or the masters who have practiced, they have a very, very vast history and story about them. So for example, like him, so if I give you a brief story about him, when he was very young, he used to be the son of a king. So and then after that, he get married to a woman. So that woman was from, not from this world. It's from another dimension. We call it the land of dragon, or we call it Naga. So by the time when they get married, they gift him a treasure. You can see something like this. This is a symbol of treasure. So treasure as a gift. So after that, because this treasure has the capability, like whatever you want, it can provide it to you. So because of this power, he became very, very rich and very, very powerful, that he became the king of a northern continent. Now we have 4 directions: east, west, north, south. So he became the king of a northern direction. And then not just the king of the north direction, now wherever the 3 direction people seek blessing from him, he has the ability to give like wealth, health, to all the people because of the power. So that's why we built this kind of monastery, symbolizing the presence of him inside the monastery, which will be very, very fruitful and very, very fortunate. That's why we have this one. So the rest of them is just like they have a family. So this one, and then this one, just like when we have a family, we used to have an assistant. Now, when you need to work, you cannot finish working all by yourself. You need to have a ministry. You need to have a ministry. You need to have a assistant to help you. So they are all the helpers. So this is actually one piece. Now the main center one is this one, and then the right hand side it should be this one, and then the left hand side is that side.
I suppose the central figure here is Guru Rinpoche. He is you can say it's a part of Guru Rinpoche. It's just like Guru Rinpoche, but not really a Guru Rinpoche. Now he is himself. Now we call it Namse. Yeah. So this one is what we call Mandala.
Now this one is Mandala. Now they have many different kind of mandala. So people, I can see even in Hong Kong, like different people, they used to draw different kind of mandala, depending upon their own creation. Now this mandala is the mandala of Tomo. You call Tara.
Yeah.
Tara the Tomo. Tara Tomo the mandala. Now usually what is a mandala? Mandala, first you can take two concepts. First one is a palace. A palace means the place where the god live. So this one is two-dimensional. You can see from the up to down. So if you see from side three-dimensional way, this one is the top, and then this one will be going like floor by floor. So this 4 is the entrance, different entrance, and then inside each and every one of it resembles like they have 21. So 20 and 1 Tara. And these are all symbolize, some symbolize the treasure, some symbolize different kind of boundaries, because as a sensation being like us, we need to have so much practice and so much knowledge to go through this.
I see.
And now, for example, like us, second concept is that where actually mandala is. So mandala actually is within ourselves. So for our mind, our body is the mandala for our mind. It's just like a place where we can live in.
So what is the best way or the way of viewing or appreciating this kind of paintings?
Now you can see there are many different kind of art in the world. Now in one point of view, this kind of arts are not just draw like that. The person who draw this one, not just me, whoever the artist, Thangka artist it is, they take years to learn. First of all, they take years, so many years to learn. By the time when they learn, they go through so many difficult hardships. So this is the outcome of the time and the moment they have struggled a lot in their life. That's first. Second, by the time when they build this kind of paintings, the paints, minerals, and pigments that we use sometimes are toxin. Sometimes is very harmful. Yes, poisonous. But however, to keep the tradition and then for people to practice, an artist, they sacrifice their life. They don't think about their health, and then they will start to building up. So I think it's way beyond the people is putting the effort way beyond their life. So it's a very, very appreciative art. So now if it's in a religious perspective. So same as the story that I mentioned before, like he is a very powerful person. So if you really appreciate them, then no matter you are Buddhist or you're non-Buddhist, if you have the sense of appreciation within you, like you will always have the positiveness coming towards you.
Yeah. And what is the relationship between these paintings and the religious belief? What I heard was that some people would like to use this painting for their meditation practice.
Yes. Now, first of all, by the time when we talk about religion, Buddhism, you can say Buddhism, you have to know what actually Buddhism is. Buddhism is, you can say, a subject, or yes, you can say it's a subject to practice. Now, practice what? To practice yourself. So, by the time before you practice yourself, you always need to have someone experienced that you need to guide. You need to be guided. You don't know things just by yourself, so we call them as teachers. So you can say some of them, the Thangka that we see or we build, most of them are a people or a person or a being who have already practiced so much in their life, and then they have, realized themselves, and they have seen the way to become a better being in their life. So we are a person making the paintings of them. So they are a practitioner, so we are the person who make their paintings. So that is how it relates.
Yeah. And by the way, this painting, you're having an exhibition.
Yes, we have. This was my first wall painting that I had did in my life when I was around 13 years old. So before, I have displayed one time in French club. And at the same time, by the time I just recently have a small exhibition, and I was thinking, not just a small Thangka, I should display this out for let people to know more about it. So that's why I have an idea to come up with this exhibition.
Yeah, can you tell the audience if they want to visit the exhibition?
If you want to visit my small exhibition, it is located at Kuntong, 58 Hong Tau Do.
Well, we can put the address, so you just let them know that this exhibition is by invitation.
Yeah, this exhibition is by invitation. So if you would like to visit, then please give us a call.
Okay. So you just mentioned that the pigments that you use. Shall we go to another room to see the pigment?
Please.
Okay, we come to another room which you store your pigments.
Yeah, so these are the pigments you can see. Now maybe I can open and show it to you. So now this one is all actually is a stone, a real stone.
Minerals.
Now, minerals, yeah. So which are many different kind. So they have many different specific stones. So especially from all of this, I mentioned about some are toxin is because these two. Now this one is you call Jusa.
Yeah.
Jusa. So actually, if I find out that it's kind of very toxin.
Oh, it can also be used as medicine.
But it can also be used as a medicine. But by the time when we paint, it's a very larger quantity, so it becomes harmful. So especially these two, and some others, most of them is a normal stone. They might have a small side effects of toxin, but not high as these two. So this two is the main one.
Yeah.
So this one I think is in Cantonese is called Chengam Sek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chengam. So even I think this one is also have medicine.
Yeah.
It also goes in medicine. But if you more, then it becomes toxin again.
Oh yeah. But I see that there are so many different colors, but you just have a few selection. Would you mix them to turn it into colors?
For the stone color, you can, some of them can mix, but not all of them. Now, if for example it's like this, we grind it, and all the colors is take it out from one color. Now it depends upon how we
use to put it on. Now if we mix the water and glue if you want to have a dark color, then we will have a little bit more glue. So it will become much more darker. So if you want to have light, then we will use so many water, so it will become a very light color. Yeah. So basically we have a base paint, but I find out like these days from Tibet, from the place where we buy the color, they does have so many stone color extracted out as a paint.
Oh, so you got this pigment from Tibet? Or?
Yeah, I especially order from Tibet itself because especially I have students. So by the time I need to educate them, I teach them about how they come, at the same time how they are make and then how to paint. So at the same time, I have so many people wanted to know about how to make the color. So by the time we use this as an example.
I suppose you don't want to use modern ingredients in pigments.
Actually, Thangka itself have a very long history. Now it is not something it came out. I definitely understand like all the art does have, but by the time when the Thangka was started, these were the pigments that were used. So I'm a very typical traditional person, so I like it to keep the old ways.
Okay, so I suppose these are all very precious, and are they all very expensive?
Now you can, because of the place and then the quantity is very less. And then it's by the time people find, they go to very difficult places to collect them. So I think the time and the effort they put inside, because of it becomes a little bit expensive. Yes.
Okay. So what about the scrolls? And could you please explain a bit about that?
Okay. So these are all. These are also all the paintings. Now these are called the Thangkas, not wall paintings. So earlier that one is a wall painting. So now you can see Thangka is very moderate size, not so big. So these paintings are designed for people to carry. Now in very long time, people used to go to do the practice, Buddhism practice in caves. So by the time they will ask if they have a Thangka artist, they will build one Thangka, and then they will take, and then they will go to the mountain to practice. By the time, they need to be very convenient. So they came up with this technique where this one can be rolled. So we call scroll paintings. So by the time in the scroll, it becomes just like a small piece. So it's easy, comfortable for you to carry. So that is the first thing about the design. So now inside that one, it is also a mandala, or it is also a story, but it's very short. And particular person, by the time when you see, you directly know them. So for example, this one is we call the Guru Zokhorsun, the main form of Guru Rinpoche. So this one is Guru Rinpoche, Mandala, and Ishitsuke. So they have a very long history about all three of them, like by the time how they met. Now if we explain, I think it will take a very long time. So this was a post like after they have met, and then they have practiced so many practice together and get result. So they took this post once for let people to know. So today we just draw them for people to see like they used to be like this. So rest of them, now all is also a Guru Rinpoche. Now Guru Rinpoche, he have 8 forms. He have 8 forms. So in each one of them, so they are the one form that he took in many different kind of place during his different kind of practices.
You just mentioned some of these monks who they will practice in caves. What I understand is that they put this in the caves and meditate. Yes.
Now, Thangka usually are used for meditative purpose. Now, how to do the meditation? So, for example, when you do meditate like this, for example, if you need to meditate Guru Rinpoche, so by the time when
even if you know how does Guru Rinpoche look, when you meditate, you know your mind never can focus. So we use Thangka to keep in front of you. You open your eyes and look at it for maybe 5 minutes. And then you close the eyes again. So by the time when you close the eyes, you can see the picture of Guru Rinpoche will stay for maybe 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So you look, when the picture is gone, you look again, and then you close. So by the time the duration become longer and longer.
Yeah.
So that's how used as a meditation
So
practice.
it imprints in your brain.
It will imprint the picture in your brain continuously if you do for more longer period of time.
Yeah. So you're working in Hong Kong office.
Yes,
and
yes.
Shall we go to the office to see?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Now we come to Teacher Nima's workshop, which is very, I guess, awesome because so many scrolls and paintings and brush. So my first question is that would you do some religious rituals before you pick up the brush?
Yes. Now, first of all, if they have someone who wish to build a Thangka for themselves for their practice purpose, and then if they let us know, what is the main thing we do is we see a good day. We see a good day to start. So if it is not good day, then we will not start on top of it.
What you mean is that you have to consult a manic.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
We have to see a date. If it, we have a holy days.
Yeah.
So we will specially choose a holy day, and then we will start it on top of it. So after that, we will not directly start the painting. So now, if someone want to make something, then we have to make sure first what kind of thing, and then these days you can see so many pictures, but you don't know whether it's complete or not. So it's better always to do the research. So we always use the Buddhist texts. So we will always use the Buddhist texts.
These are sutras.
The sutra,
Yeah.
So especially for sutra, now these are the practicing sutra, but we do have inside the sutra itself, they will have a part where they will describe how a particular being look like, and then what kind of things they are holding, they are sitting, they are standing, they are white, they are red. So all these kind of things are written inside the text.
Oh, it's all in the scrolls.
In the scrolls.
Yeah.
So we have to read them. So by the time when we read them, they will just describe the things. Now you need to think how you wanted to put it together. If you wanted to stand, if you want to put inside the clouds, or you want to put inside the flowers, that depends upon your creation. So it's something like we have to try to visualize them.
And how would you decide the topics or the contents of these paintings?
Now they have, when they just like us, they will have their own stories. So now depending upon how people wanted to make the painting, so we will first have 3 different ways. The first one is the complete form. So in the complete form, they will have so many Buddhas. And the medium one, maybe 2 to 3 Buddhas. And then the last simple one is just single. So however they want, then we will see the text. Depending upon it, we will make for them.
Yeah. So what kind of brush would you use for this painting?
No, these are the brush. Now this brush, the hair, it's the wildcat the hair. So especially this one, we can get it from Bhutan. So all the brush that we take is
would you please explain the hair?
The wildcat.
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 Some kind of animal.
It's a kind of animal. I think it's an animal from the forest. But especially these brushes are made in India.
Okay.
So at there they used to raise them, and then they just collect the fur and they make the brush.
Yeah.
So we have another brush we used for finishing. So that one in here they have many, but when we are in Bhutan, we used to make by ourselves. So we use the fur. Yeah.
This is the painting that you are doing on.
I'm on progress on right now. So this one is 35 Buddha, 35 Buddha the painting. So I already have went through all the sutras about the 35 Buddha. So by the time the creation is mine, like how I wanted to create, how I wanted to arrange, how I wanted to make the view backside is my creation, how I trying to visualize it. But the position they are sitting at, the colors of their bodies, the complexions are all written in sutra itself.
Yeah. And how long would you do a painting, I mean in average?
Now, for example, this is already around a year and a half because it took so much time for me to do the research itself. At the same time, to get the minerals. So by the time we put it on, drawing, painting, so it takes so much time. So I think it still will take around 3-4 months more to finish it.
Okay. And suppose if there are some people who are interested in learning this, the painting, how would they approach?
Same as the earlier I mentioned about the exhibition. So the place where I'm hosting the exhibition and the place where I used to teach my workshop is at the same place. So they can find Anna and then even they can find Lam Lam.
Yeah, okay. And do they need to have some background in Buddhism or?
If they have, I think that will be much more appropriate because they can know much more about the practice. And then secondly, about appreciating the Thangka. And thirdly, most importantly, you don't feel bored.
Okay.
Because by the time when you draw Thangka, it's a time-consuming practice.
Yeah.
So you just come over here, you don't know what you are doing, you just try to draw some line and you don't understand. So you feel bored.
Yeah.
So even if you start, you cannot end.
Yeah.
But if you have some knowledge, if you are Buddhist, you know what you are doing, you are much more clear about it. When you learn, you have interest. You appreciate it, and then you will try to do your best.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are so glad that today we have a lesson about Buddhist painting. And
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to having me at here.
Okay.
梁錦祥工作室喺呢一個網絡言論自由被打壓嘅年代，我哋依然堅持自我，做好節目，堅拒自我審查，因為我哋相信內容有價，而你哋嘅支持就至關重要。請大家訂閱梁錦祥工作室 Patreon 並立刻成為付費會員，守護自由言論。而我哋喺 YouTube 頻道上面嘅每一節節目，都要麻煩大家記得按讚、分享、留言同埋撳鐘仔啊！感謝大家一直支持梁錦祥工作室節目。